Hey, what is up YouTube? Angry here. Today we are starting a 4-week journey. We'll be going through all the Tapu users, starting with Tapu Bulu, all the way down to whatever the last one is in the alphabetical order. I really don't know. Probably Coco. Are there even... I made 4 of them, I think, right? Yeah, Coco, Feeny, or Lele would be last, I guess. But I'm recording these all at once in case you couldn't tell now, but we'll jump right into it here with Tapu Bulu. First set, Grassium Z set, obviously Grassy Surge. I don't think he gets telepathy, and obviously you won't want to use in singles anyway. Sword Stance, Horn Leech, Superpower, and Wood Hammer. Pretty standard coverage here. He doesn't get a very good fairy type. I don't think he gets like any fairy. Let's just check here right quick. Yeah, he doesn't get play rough. Like, I would think he would get like a special attack just for him. I guess they all the Nature's Madness and whatnot, but that's not that good for Tapu Bulu. But with the nature here and speed and attack, you can run the speed nature because you're already going for sword stances a lot. To use this thing, it has pretty good bulk, so we're switching in stuff like Ash Greninja lacking Ice Beam, pretty uncommon, it's probably not that. But stuff like Zygarde, Garchomp, Ferrothorn, you can switch in this thing on without, like, if it doesn't have Thunder Wave on it. And you get a free chance to Sword Stance then, or you could like Revenge send this in against those things, so you don't have to worry about taking a hit. But this thing's generally pretty bulky against most of those options, and the Fairy type helps against a lot of dragons, and that gives you free chance to Sword Stance, and you're not too slow with the speed nature. But Wood Hammer, even like with the Grassy train up, that does a good damage even after the Intimidate drop against like Gyarados and other bulkier threats, such as Tangrowth still does a good amount of damage to that, especially with the if you go for the Z move. And having Wood Hammer with 1 base 120 power is going to make it so the Grassium Z, I forget what the actual move is for it, but it makes that Z move do a lot of damage. Horn Leech can kind of help you stay alive a little bit, outlast you a little bit, because you have good bulk, so you won't be dying in a hit, like something like frailer like Ash Greninja or even like Tapu Koko. Superpower for stuff like steel types like Magnezone and even Ferrothorn that would usually wall you out. And Sword Stance, like I said, there's so many things you can switch this thing into. It's great switching into a lot of like things that either resist, because Grass Fairy having an immunity to Dragon is super helpful, and Fairy's a pretty good defensive type as it is anyway. And this thing has good bulk, and the Grassy Surge helps keep him alive. So I would definitely recommend this set out of all of them. Although this Choice Band set right here, it's pretty good. I run an attack nature on this, as you can see here. I just think that the speed's not worthwhile enough to invest into, and this helps him net certain like KOs, I'm sure. And you want to take advantage of the Choice Band boost. But same coverage here, except we're running Stone Edge now instead of Sword Dance. This can help deal with stuff like Talonflame that otherwise kind of gives you some issues, or like Volcarona, because otherwise you're hitting with quad resist or just half damage, and it's not gonna do the job against it. And this thing's generally pretty weak to like stuff like Charizard and them. However, they are usually faster than Tapu Bulu unless you're on a Choice Scarf set. We'll get to that in a minute. But this set right here, it works really well early game to kind of wall break. Even if you're a resisted hit with like Wood Hammer, the fact that you're Choice Banded and Grassy Surge, you're going to be doing a lot of damage. Like I said, this thing does good damage to Tangrowth. I think it's almost a 2-shot after Stealth Rock. I think it's a 2-shot after Stealth Rock damage with Wood Hammer, so they can't even switch in their Tangrowth against your Tapu Bulu. Alright, a few more things about this. It's the same kind of weaknesses. We'll go over weaknesses in a little bit actually, but Superpower still covers the same stuff, and Horn Leech does as well. This thing will usually hit Horn Leech a little less, since it wants to wall breaks more than this thing wants to kind of survive and take use of its Sword Stance, because with Sword Stance it will be doing more damage than the Horn Leech. But this thing with Grassy Surge, it just does so much damage. Alright, Tapu Bulu here. This is more of a set that I've seen it once or twice, but I kind of messed around with it a little bit. Leech Seed, Horn Leech, substitute bulk up with the leftovers, defense invested with HP. This thing is super scary. If you get a good chance to set up, if you switch in like against a Ferrothorn or like a Chansey that can't do much against you in sub, you get a free chance to Leech Seed. Then with the Grassy Surge, leftovers, and Leech Seed, that's gonna be doing 1/8, 1/16, and I think Grassy Surge is another 1/8. So you're actually healing off your it'll be healing off your thing every turn. So actually I think Grassy Surge is 1/16, but so that's 2 1/8 heals per turn. You're healing 1/4 of your health every turn. That's your sub for you, and then you get chances to bulk up, and this thing becomes super defensive. It's great late game for kind of walling out their last few sweepers and whatnot, and it's kind of like a win condition card. And Horn Leech, after a few bulk ups, will still do great damage in Grassy Surge. And for our last one here, Choice Scarf set. This thing's great against stuff like Ash Greninja and kind of like revenge killing. And you don't see a Choice Scarf set. You're usually seeing one of the first 2 sets, so you can catch a lot of teams off guard with this. I chose Zen Headbutt to deal with just to show an extra coverage move. You can choose Stone Edge. You can choose. I guess it's the only other option you can really run. They don't have that good coverage, but you can run that instead of Zen Headbutt. It's just up to you. I do run Speed Nature on this to make sure you do outspeed stuff like Ash Greninja, which is not Choice Scarf, but even like fully speed invested Ash Greninja, you can outspeed this and will obviously one-hit KO with Wood Hammer. The nice thing about wood hammer is 100% accuracy. A lot of those stronger moves have like 90 or 95, and obviously you're still going to use them, but to not have to worry about missing your wood hammers is super nice. Especially the like moves like even like Zen Headbutt only has 90 accuracy, Stone Edge 80 accuracy. It's nice to not have to rely on those as much. A lot of his moves are like guaranteed hits, which is just something I love a lot. But now we'll go over some teammate options and then how you're supposed to be able to beat this monster Tapu Bulu. Okay, so for teammate options for Tapu Bulu, obviously first of all, you have to look at what he's weak against, fire and flying type moves, and he's not really good against those unless you run Stone Edge. A lot of the time they are faster unless you're running Choice Scarf, which again, it's not very common, so unless you guys are running it, if you run like a normal Tapu Bulu set, like the grassiums, the most common ones I should say, not normal. But you'll be struggling against stuff like Volcarona, Talonflame, Charizard, Mega Pidgeot, and Staraptor even, because they're just generally faster, can do great damage to you. So have to deal with that. So you want to run either Tracheon with Stone Edge and like Choice Scarf, that would work really well with the Grassium Z. It's a good revenge killer for what you weaken. You could run T-Tar on it, like running that with the Grassium Z, or the Grass Surge and T-Tar. I'm not sure how that really works well together. But other strong rock type users, Landorstarian appreciates it a lot. A Choice Scarf set for that, or even just like the flying set that kind of like runs Stone Edge as well, I believe, with Swords Dance. It also, Landorstarian usually appreciates the Grassy Surge healing, and it gives you an Intimidate user, so that's a great pivot in as well. Special Sweepers also for this thing. Ash Greninja works with just about any physical sweeper pretty well, and those are pretty fast to begin with, so you don't even have to run Choice Scarf on it. You can run like a Grassium Z, Tapu Bulu, and Choice Specs Ash Greninja, and I think it'd be pretty good. You could also run... I wouldn't recommend running any of the Tapus. Pretty obvious there, why not? You want to run that. You don't want to use more than one Surge. It's up to you though. I've seen some teams pull it off. This team, if you're running more of the leftover set one, you want to run more of a defensive oriented team with like maybe Ferrothorn and stuff. Remember, he is 4 times weak to poison, so running stuff like Ferrothorn or like another steel type works pretty well, and they can kind of deal with some of the flying types, not so much the fire types though. So if you want to run like maybe a Toxapex, that would work pretty well on a defensive spectrum with a more of a defensive one, although you usually be on a more of a stallish team anyway. Ash Greninja with Extra Sensory can take care of Venusaur, and then obviously you can run stuff that kind of take out Tangrowth, because Tangrowth kind of walls out Tapu Bulu, unless your Choice Band Wood Hammer with Grassy Surge up. Other than that, that's pretty much all you're going to need to worry about for him. He's actually pretty strong in the metagame right now, I believe. I think he's probably second most I don't know. I feel like all the Tapus are pretty well used besides Feeny, and even that's used more on defensive teams. We'll get to that though in another video. But that's all I really have for Tapu Bulu. Any suggestions on what else he can do in the metagame? I think I covered just about him, about all I could. Not too many other sets you can really run with him that are that viable. His move pool is kind of shallow, but what he does, he's very good at. But thank you guys so much for watching. As always, head over to our channel. We have a lot more analysis. Subscribe to see the next ones. If you like this one, we got plenty more videos on Tapus coming in soon. So thank you guys so much for watching this video. As always, we hope to see you in the next one.